Welcome one, and welcome all. Welcome to the Reach for the Clicker podcast. I am your host, Dante, along with my entertainment mining co-pilot, best friend, Jay. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. It's been a pretty good week, where there's been some new movies and stuff coming out, and now we got to tell y'all about them.
I know, spring
Nothing
is...
bad, thankfully, this go round. At least for me. What about you?
All right, well, at least it was spring coming around. That means, we get more good releases on TV.
Yeah, it
and
has been kind of
movies.
slow.
So the winter hard. The winter months were kind of hard. That's why our listeners, we have not been around. Is just because trying to find those gems out there was kind of tough. Like you had to slog through them. So you ready to do this, there, friend?
Always.
All right. So welcome to the Reach for the Clicker. This is a show about where we go and watch interesting TV shows and movies. This is episode 10, or as we like to call it, 10 things I podcast about you. And see if you guess that reference.
Jeez.
Still a great movie. It's still a great movie. That's a good movie right there. That really was a good movie. All right. So just let everybody know that this show is rated TVMA because of language, and there will be spoilers. You have been warned. Don't run though. Just power through it.
Just kind of fast forward if it's something that you waiting on. Just kind of scrub through, and hope you don't hear nothing. That's too.
Yeah, that's all we can. That's all we can promise you is don't. Yeah, just keep listening. We'll give you the signal. Yeah. All right, let's kick it off in TV land. What have we been watching on TV? Jay, what you been watching, man?
I'm getting over the signal. Like, what is our signal?
You know the signal when you hear the signal.
When did we get a signal?
Same place.
When the fuck did we get a signal?
Same place we got the ice cream.
Jesus. Anyways, so my big thing that I've been waiting on, and it finally came out, and I've been super happy with it. I do have some problems with it. But I've been really happy about it. Is Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender live action.
Ooh, yes.
It has been so good. I'm looking at you, M. Night Shyamalan. Yeah, we haven't forgotten what you did.
We don't talk about that here. I mean,
just like Dragon Ball.
Reference it, but it's just. But let's not spoil something good. With something
No. We're having a good time. It's been good. The things we've been watching good. We're not doing this today. No. We're not going to be angry over bad stuff.
No, we're not going to let it ruin it.
Yeah. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. Everybody that Gordon, sir, I'm going to butcher your name, and I apologize. Gordon Cormier. Gordon Cormier as Aang. Love it. He killed it. I thought he was great. I mean, everybody. Why does everybody have such a hard name in this show? Go ahead. Tell me what Katara's actress name is.
Why are you putting that on me there, Ricky Bobby? Like, why are you doing that to me?
You know why. Miss Tarbell.
Katara. It's Kia Win Tio?
Yeah, there's two eyes in there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna go with Kia Win Tio.
Her Katara, spot on so far. Loving it. Ian Owsley, I feel like they saw this dude and they were like, you see that chin? That's our Sokka. We don't even need him to audition. They were like, that's our Sokka. Shut it down for Sokka. We got our guy.
Yeah.
Dallas James Liu, Zuko. Oh man, strong Zuko vibes. Digging it. Love it. Like, it's been so good so far. The bending looks great. The CGI looks amazing. But now I'm going to come to the problem.
Okay.
And I think it's a problem that a lot of people have. And you have you seen it yet?
I've seen it. Yep, I've seen it. Yep.
Okay, and I want to know if you agree with me. Is the pacing?
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. I can see the shot about the pacing because we all remember that Aang loves going on adventures.
Mm-hmm.
So he was doing everything he could not to go, be, not to go learn anything. He just wanted
He
to
was
go,
basically trying to be a kid because at the end of the day, he's a kid.
yeah. So, yeah. So the pacing, so, you're squeezing in, 20 some odd episodes into 8. So you did have to so you really did chop out a lot of filler.
I get that you're trying to, squeeze that much into, shorter series. But my question is, why don't we just make it longer? Why do 8 episodes? Why not 10? Why not 12?
I know. Why did we get away from that? American TV used to be 24 episodes for one season.
Boom.
Then get cut down to okay, we'll do 12 to 16 episodes for one season. If we need to, we'll do a split like that. I mean, even Korean dramas are 16 episodes. So why are we let's do 8? Netflix, you want me to watch? You want me to stick around on your site?
I know, but episodes. 8 is terrible. Who was oh, we're gonna do 8 episodes. That's gonna be our limit. Our max is 8 episodes for this first season. Why?
Yeah, and then there's no promise that we'll get a second season. Well, for Avatar, there is a promise of a second and a third.
I'll say we do have the promise of the second season for this one. If it was Amazon,
But yeah, I'm with you, dude. The characters were awesome. Daniel Day Kim as Fire Lord Ozu.
Ozai.
Dude, I felt that.
Killing me, Smalls. It's Ozai.
Oh, as Ozai, dude. But still, dude. Either way, he was still fired. The way he was so cold to his kids. I need you to be the best. I don't take nothing less than best. And it was oh, well, this mission failed. That wasn't a true mission. My mission was way over here. I'm trying to take over the world. Ozai was so good, dude. Day Kim was he was so cold with it. And then
and how about this? This really because we were sitting there watching it, and then I saw it, and as you know, I just finished watching Community.
Mm-hmm.
Finished the whole show, and Danny Pudi's in it, and as the Mechanist, and I was like, Abed. And I was like, they picked the perfect guy to be the Mechanist. I was like, yes, he nailed it. Everybody, Iroh, King well, I don't think we've gotten there yet. We did get there. King Boomy.
Yeah,
we did get there. See, that's why I said the pacing issues, because they're going so fast. It's like they're speed running it.
They were, yeah, they really were. I mean, yeah, you with you on that one. The that just because that means second season, they're really gonna be speed running the whole. When Aang's got to go start working on getting all the other bendings, and then are they gonna lose Appa?
Oh, dude, that whole arc was so good.
So I think
I am really excited, though. I want to see Toph.
Yes,
I don't know who they're gonna have as Toph yet, and they've been nailing it so far with everybody in the casting. So I feel like Toph is definitely, and I'm phrasing. Toph is going to be, whoever they cast as Toph is going to be amazing.
They really are, dude. Because I mean, Azula, I even they had the hairstyle and everything, around her face and everything. The characters are spot. I have to say the characters are spot on. I'm with you with the bending, with the firebenders, throwing the fire with the feet and punches and stuff. Like, and then, you had your earthbenders throwing up earth and stuff. Like, that was cool. Like, the bending, like, watching them bend, live action people doing bending moves. I was like, yes, dude, this is awesome. Like, I'm with you. I am Avatar live action on Netflix is a really great adaptation. Like, I think it makes up for the Cowboy Bebop.
That
thing.
John
Chu is.
We're not talking
Spike.
about that. No,
but I think they really did a good job.
Don't get my blood pressure up, bro.
So I'm just gonna say I think they really did a great job with the Last Airbender Netflix series. So I'm with you on that one. So, all right, let's go move on to the next show. So, what I've watched lately, speaking of people migrating, just traveling the world, I've been watching this show on Max called Border Control Sweden.
That's right. I caught an episode of that with you while I was at your house.
And it's interesting, right? Like, it is real interesting. Like it's weird. Like, with Sweden, their biggest whole, like, watching this show, because they got a camera crew there, watching like their border patrol agents, either on land or at the airport or at the seaports or even at the land crossing. They're just checking everything, and it's crazy. Like, the things they confiscate on this show, it's not drugs. Well, occasionally,
when I was there watching, it was beer.
Yeah, crap ton of beer, or it's meat. Like, people are carrying in like meat. Like, oh, I was in Africa with my family, and I brought some home with me back to Sweden. They're like, yeah, can't have this meat, and they just take the meat and just chuck it. And you're like, dang, dude, like, bro, just brought like a whole bunch of food for the family, and they're like, yeah, you can't have that, and they chuck it. I was like, oh, you got dairy products? Yep, I'm gonna chuck that too. It's like, geez, like.
Yeah, they ain't playing in Sweden, bro.
Like, when it comes to food, like I'm sitting here watching it. Like, if I ever fly into Sweden, I ain't bringing shit with me, dude. I'm barely bringing clothes.
Right?
Because hell, they even caught one dude.
You go show up and they're gonna be like, you have too many socks,
bro. That's what they did to one guy. Like, he flew in and he had like 2 big gym bags, and apparently what dude did was, when he was in like another country, he was able to get those clothes for cheap. Like, he was finding like Nikes and stuff, and he was getting them for cheap. So he bought a bunch and brought them back. They're like, oh, what are you doing with these clothes? He's like, yo, I saw a deal, so I bought them. They're like, oh, do you plan on selling it? He's like, no, not really. Well, we think you should pay tax on it. He's like, for what? I didn't buy them here. I bought them somewhere else so I could have, clothes that I like. I'm sitting there like, dude, Sweet and tough, man. But it's interesting. It's an interesting show. But I do want to tell this one part though. There's one story about this show. So they always have the dogs and everything, and the big thing is they have like party cruises. So they say like a bunch of young people get on like a party cruise, and one thing they always search for is drugs, because these are young folks. They're going on a cruise by themselves. There's going to be some extracurricular activities happening on there. So they're trying to stop it, So this one guy gets pulled, like the dog's like sniffing around his foot. So they pull him out of line. So they pull him into the little search area, and they're like, hey, we need to search you. So they pat him down, find nothing. The dude's all like, well, the dog's like sniffing your shoe, so I'm going to x-ray your shoe. So they throw the shoe in the x-ray. Dude's looking. I don't see anything. So now they're going through the guy's bag. The other cop takes the shoes. He's like, I'm just going to search the shoe because the dog was going crazy over the shoe. So the guy searches the shoe. And he's like, I can't find anything. He's checking the soles. He's checking the inside, outside, checking the crevices. He's like, I can't find anything on these shoes. Like, I think it might be a false positive. So maybe he probably stepped in some kind of drug like weed or something as he's walking in and doesn't know. So he was coming back like, yo, I didn't find nothing. Well, while he's doing that search, the kid was all like, I want to be honest with you guys. Yeah, I got some weed in my shoe. So the girl's
Why are
like,
you
really?
snitching on yourself, bro?
Right? So the guy comes back. The second cop comes back with the shoes. He's like, hey, I couldn't find anything. The other cop's like, well, he said there is some on him. There is some kind of drugs in there. The cop's like, really? I can't find it. Where? Where is it? And the kid goes, well, if I show you, can I get like a lenient sentence?
What?
I'm like, first off, if you would have shut up, you probably would have got away with it. And now you're like, I'm going to show you where it is. So
Like, the amount of self-snitching.
So he shows him where it is, and it's like that little. So you know that little loop on the back of your shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he was able to like cut a little crevice behind the heel of the shoe where that little loop was, and he was able to slide a little baggie in there. And that's why the cop never found it. I was like, this dude he would have got away with it if he hadn't told on himself. But yeah, it's actually, it's a pretty cool watch. Like if it's one of those, I would recommend this show if you're working at home or you just want some background noise on, or you're just like, yo, I'm laying on my couch. I don't want to move because I have nothing to do on this Saturday afternoon. It's the perfect show to watch. So that's what my recommendation for it. What you got, Jay?
So my second TV show that I started watching, and I'll admit I'm a little bit late to the party on this one, but I've also been like really, trying to get caught up on backlogs of a couple different things. Because you know how you'll put something in your favorites and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna watch that later, and then you forget about it.
You should see my Netflix list.
That's me too, bro. And then you're like, oh, let me go through the list and watch stuff. And then you immediately don't watch anything in that list.
Yeah.
So I started watching Has Been Hotel. So it's on Amazon Prime. It's a spinoff of there was a YouTube, or I think it still is a YouTube show, Hell of a Boss. And basically it's animated. It takes place in hell. And the daughter of Lucifer opens a rehabilitation hotel that offers, misfit demons a chance at redemption. And it's pretty good. Like, they've even got Keith David in it, bro.
Okay, now you got me sold. Just for that name only, just to hear that voice, that booming voice.
At this point, I feel like Keith David will just do anything. I don't think he says no to anything anymore.
You think he's like trying to like catch Phil Lamar?
Either that or Nicolas Cage.
I mean, I only bring up Phil Lamar because Phil Lamar pretty much voices everything done by Joe DiMaggio and what's the other guy?
Or Troy Baker.
It's like Billy something.
Oh, Billy West.
Billy West, yeah.
Yeah, Billy West, Troy Baker, John DiMaggio, Phil Lamar. Yeah, that's basically Nolan anything North, right? You watch that's animated, it's one of those guys.
And Nolan North is another one?
Yep, Nolan North.
Yep.
He does a lot of video games too, though.
But I'm all about it. I'm all about some Keith David, dude. So it's a comedy. Dude, I remember watching Hell of a Boss on YouTube. Like I stumbled across it and it was wild. So I can only imagine.
Oh no. This show is just as wild.
Okay. All right.
I'm only like a couple episodes in, so like I don't have a whole lot to say about it at the moment, but so far I've really been enjoying it. Like I've been having a great time watching it in the 3 episodes. Yeah, I'm 3 episodes in, sorry.
I would recommend it. Like I also have to add on to that, like if you do like animation like that, I would recommend watching Hell of a Boss on YouTube. Going and watching on there. Like they have like I think like 2-3 seasons on there. I think like 2 seasons. I think maybe like 8 or 10 episodes a season. And it's really, really wild. Like it's funny. It's a little gory, but if
it's out there.
Yeah, if you like that adult humor, it is pretty good. Like it is really, really hilariously good to watch. So I can imagine. Was it Hezbollah Hotel?
Has been or Hell Has Been Hotel. Jeez.
Yeah, Has Been Hotel. All right. Speaking of animation, I had to watch one of one of the longest running animations, South Park. So
It has. Is it the long? No, it's Simpsons.
Simpsons Simpsons, no doubt is one of the longest running animation. But yeah, South Park's been going for I think like 20 plus years now. I think like 25 years.
Listen, South Park needs to stop holding a mirror to American society, bro.
And which they did in this one. So their newest special was called "Not Suitable for Children." And
Is it as bad as the movie?
so it was about. So the main thing was about. You remember kids go going crazy over Prime?
Oh God, yeah.
So the kids at South Park are going crazy over the drink Creed. Like, yeah, man, where's your Creed at, man? Oh, where's your Creed? Oh, you gotta get your Creed up. Oh, yeah, here, drink this Creed. I got that rainbow peanut buttered Creed. You know, so all the kids are like going berserk over this damn drink. And you got this one kid, you know, he can't have it because he got diabetes, so he can't drink it. So they're like, oh, you don't have no credit. So of course, you know, he does the sensible thing he can do. He goes by an empty bottle and just fills it up with like water with some food coloring. And everybody's like, oh snap, he got that limited edition, And of course you got that one kid like, oh, that's a fake because they stopped selling that like a year and a half ago. So you got that fake, you know. So you got all that mess going on with the sports drink and how kids are like going through all kinds of hell just to get this drink, just to get Prime like drink. Because I mean, like in real life, kids were going berserk over this stupid ass drink Prime, and you know, like, oh, we're gonna knock over a freaking.
Dude, they're still going bonkers over that drink.
Yeah, and from what I understand,
and I don't get
crap.
it.
Yeah, that's what I understand. It's like it tastes like crap, and they're like, "Oh no, it's not for what is it? It's not an energy drink, but it has like so many ingredients.
It's got electrolytes. It's what plants crave.
It's like they try to say it's not an energy drink, but it has so much ingredients that it's damn near it is an energy drink, but it just trying to say, oh, it's for kids. It's like a juice for kids, but it has a lot of sugar and caffeine to get them hyped. So it's like, so that's your main storyline, right? And of course, the second storyline is where the money is. It's about Randy Marsh, our favorite character, everyone's favorite character. He's mad because he needs some more money. And what does he do to get some more money? He opens up an OnlyFans. So,
oh my.
So Randy, he's doing all these, he's doing a podcast, but he's doing an OnlyFans podcast. So what he does is he's got his shirt on and everything, but he's bottomless. He's bottomless. So he's like sitting in his chair with his dick out, trying to like talk about Prime. He's talking about like all these other, like he's trying to get like with the trends. And he's all like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm an OnlyFans model. You know, he's trying to like make it sound like he's major, but he only has like 3 subscribers. So he's like, oh, this is hard. I gotta get my numbers up. And his wife's all like, this is stupid. What? I think it's because she had they told Randy to like fix the oven or something, or fix something. Yeah.
Dude, there's no telling because he's always trying to find a way to get out of doing anything.
Yeah, and it was like I think Sharon told him to fix something, and he needed to pay for it, and Randy didn't want to pay for it, so he needed money, so he decided to become an OnlyFans model. So he's struggling to get this money, right? So he's trying to tell Sharon, he's like, Sharon, this is difficult. You can't do this. You can't do what I do. You can't be an OnlyFans model and make money. Sharon's all like, what? You know this is like easy, right? He's like, no, Sharon, you can't do this. She's like, fine, I'll show you. So she opens up an account, and like a day later, she's like, yeah, I just made like $125,000 in a day. He's like,
go
what?
figure.
So, and of course, they go on about how all these influencers are like selling themselves. They're selling themselves for like these entities to be influenced for. So like, oh yeah, I'm an influencer for this weed company, or an influencer for this government. I'm not going to mention what government. They'll just say they're currently in a bit of a conflict. So yeah, they took a so yeah, South Park took a shot there.
I'm kind of glad you said that, because that's definitely going to lead us into my first movie whenever you're done with this South Park episode.
Yeah, so I would definitely recommend watching this South Park Not Suitable for Children. It is like the first main storyline. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny about the whole, poking at the whole influencers and the prime drink craze. But it's all about the second story with Randy and being an OnlyFans model. That's where the real laughs kicked in. So that's all I got right there, man. All right, Jay. Let's move over to movies. What do you got? I know you got something juicy. You got something on the tip of your tongue that you want to talk about. What's up?
Oh, yeah. It's only starring the great, the amazing Nicolas Cage. Boom. Yeah, did you see that Chekhov's gun earlier in the episode? That was foreshadowing, baby.
That's what it was, foreshadowing?
Yeah. Because Nick Cage.
One of
the movie he was in that I just watched, though. Oh, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said one of the greatest actors of our generation.
100% facts.
Go ahead.
So, the movie it came out recently is Dream Scenario. And it is amazing. So, Nicolas Cage, he's a professor at a college, right? And all of a sudden one day people start seeing him in their dreams. Not like his wife or his children or friends. No, it's just random people. First, I think it was like a couple students saw him in his dream, in their dream. And he's just like walking around, not doing shit, just walking around. And it starts to bug him, and he's like, why? And then he gets all this national notoriety of it, because all of a sudden now more people are seeing him in his dream, in their dreams. And the cast is
he just randomly shows up in people's dreams?
Yeah, like say you're sleeping and like shit's going down or something's going on. Here I come walking through your dream. Not doing shit, just walking through. Like, hey there, how you doing? Bye. Yeah.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Tim, like, there's some really good people in it. I can't remember her name. That played his wife. I can't remember her name.
Lily Bird.
Thank you.
Jeez.
No, it's Julia Nicholson. Lily Bird's his daughter.
Oh, Julia Nicholson. Oh, what has she been in?
Or Julie Ann Nicholson. Sorry.
Oh, I've seen her face before. Okay. Oh yeah. She was the grandmother in Winning Times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's been in a bunch of stuff. I still haven't seen Weird, the Al Yankovic story, but she was in that too.
Yeah.
I still need to see that. I will definitely be talking about it on here when I do, because huge fan of Weird Al. But Tim Meadows is in it too.
I like Tim Meadows just pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah. He's like the dean of the college.
I like that the Tim Meadows is always some kind of authority figure that just he's like in charge when some just random shit just pops off. He's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. Like, think about it. He's the dean of this movie. He was the principal.
No, and he's also like Nick Cage's like really close friend. And Nick Cage goes to him. He's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. He's like, dude, you're in people's dreams. How are we supposed to interpret that?
Oh my God.
But basically, it gets progressively weirder and weirder, and then eventually he starts killing people in their dreams. Not like Freddy Krueger style, where if you die in your dream, you die in real life. No, he's like killing the fuck out of people, doing all kinds of crazy shit to people in their dreams. And now all of his students that are in his class are afraid to be in his class. So it's like, yeah.
So he just starts offing people in their dreams, but
Yeah.
he's not Freddy Krueger.
Oh, more than that. It gets weird. Like, it gets really, really weird.
I like how he always described that about a Nick Cage movie. It's like, yeah, it starts off this way, and it gets really crazy.
Oh, yeah, there's a chick that has a dream about him having sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, he's there, and she finally, and keep in mind, he's married and has kids and all this stuff. You know, I don't want to spoil this part for him, but she does get him back to her place. You're going to have to watch it to find out what happens, though, because it is fucking hilarious.
Right.
It is really good. And then, oh man, why can't I remember his name? Shit. Michael Cera. There we go. Michael Cera's in it too.
Even
he's
him,
like,
dude, really?
Yeah. So he invites Cage out because he's like part of this like marketing kind of media group, whatever deal.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to convince him to try to do product placement in people's dreams.
You know what? I can see that actually happening in real life.
Oh yeah, they're like, hey, what if, you try to get people to dream about you and you're holding a can of Sprite?
I mean, yeah, I can see somebody actually suggested that for real. So,
and then all of a sudden it just stops. Of course, his wife has left him and everything else because, I told you, it gets fucking weird. But then somebody comes up with technology that you can use to be a dream influencer. So now it all came back to the marketing part where now people can just come into your dreams and try to market you stuff.
No.
Yeah.
I hate that idea.
I hate that idea too, and I think that's kind of the point.
Oh no. I wish it would never be real. I hope nobody ever thinks of that technology. God.
So 10 out of 10 recommend. Maybe I'm biased because I love me some Nick Cage, but I don't care. It's a great movie.
I mean, as soon as you said Nick Cage, I was like, yeah, I'm in. Like, this movie sounds crazy, dude. Yeah,
it's good. Like I said, definitely give it a watch. It's amazing. So Dante, what's your movie?
Okay. I stumbled across this movie on Amazon Prime. And I was not ready for this movie.
Hold on. I want to kind of take a little sidetrack here, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Amazon. Mr. Bezos. What the actual fuck? You want me to pay an extra, what is it, $6 or whatever? I don't know, what is it, $3 to $6 to go ad-free when it's been ad-free all along, and most of the time people forget fucking Prime Video even exists until a new season of The Boys or Invincible or something comes out. And now you want me to pay extra on top of my fucking yearly Amazon Prime subscription to watch Prime Video?
And isn't like Prime like 100 plus?
Yeah, a year. Yeah, needless to say, I wasn't really watching Prime before, but I'm going to be watching a lot less now unless there's something I really want to see on it.
I would recommend you watch the shit out of it to get your money's worth. Like, let's be real. If they're going to charge you that much, I'm going to leave this bad boy streaming just for no reason.
But now there's ads. Even on your included with Prime, there's ads. They added another fucking tier. Like, kiss my whole ass.
Like, why? I don't get it. I don't get it. You even, and what makes it even worse, right? It's not like everything on Prime Video. It's like free to watch. There's a whole bunch of movies and shows that you gotta either buy a season or
Buy
the
it,
episode.
rent it, or you got to watch it on Freevee. Like, oh, we have it here on Prime, but through Freevee.
Yeah, and Freevee has a crap ton of episodes. Like, bro, their episode, not episodes, they have a crap ton of commercials on there. And
Ads.
I knew
ads.
Like, there's a problem when they're promoting. Oh, we have soccer on Freevee. They were doing the African Cup on Freevee. Now, if you ever watch a soccer match on any TV, there's ads at the very beginning of the game before the match starts. Before the whistle blows, they cram a bunch of ads in before the match. They cram a bunch of ads in during halftime. And then, of course, you have all your ads after the game. There's never no ads. Like, maybe there's like a little drop down at the top with, just whatever sponsor, do like a little pop up, whatever. They also have like a bunch of ads around the field. They may even superimpose them on the grass and whatever. But there's never any commercials during the actual game, except on Freevee. Yes, they're in the middle of a match with like 20 years, like you're at the 20-minute mark, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, why don't you take this Coca-Cola? I'm like, bro, you don't. This is the first time I ever seen commercials. There was like no stoppage in the game and commercial. No, they literally cut from the game, throw on like a 90-second commercial, and then went back to the game. I'm like, bro, that's so mad disrespectful, and that's just terrible.
Oh, that's getting as bad as football, American football. They actually call time in games just for ads.
Yes. Yes.
By the way, here's the kicker. You know who owns Freevee?
Who's that?
Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was supposed to be their free tier.
Mm-hmm. Now they're like, hey, we heard you like ads, so how about some ads with your ads?
It's just, ugh.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I got a sidetrack. That shit really pisses me off. Please tell me about your movie.
All right. So the movie I was watching on Amazon, like Amazon Prime, it's called Ricky Stenicki. Right?
Ricky Stenicki.
Ricky Stenicki. So it is about like these three guys. Well, they start off as three kids who when they got in trouble, because they were trying to they did the flaming bag of poop on somebody's doorstep, and it started to burn down the house. So to cover up their crime, they created a kid called Ricky Stenicki. So as they went through life, they always tribute all their issues and troubles or get out of jail free card to Ricky Stenicki. So as they become adults, they're like, "Oh, we're going to our friend Ricky Stenicki has cancer in his testicles, so we're going to fly out to Arizona and be with him while he's going through chemo." When all actuality, they're going to Atlantic City.
I was gonna say there is no Ricky Stenicki.
Right, Ricky Stenicki didn't exist. So one day, what ends up happening is the guys end up missing the birth of his child, and they're like, "Why did you miss it?" They're like, "Oh, well, we was with Ricky Stenicki." And, so they have this elaborate plan, right? Like they have a book called the Bible where they write down every single lie they tell about Ricky Stenicki. So everybody knows what's going on with Ricky Stenicki, so they keep all the lies straight. They also have a Instagram
that's
account.
genius.
They also have an Instagram account with everything, with Ricky Stenicki like being around the world. So Ricky Stenicki is supposed to be like this world traveler who does like volunteer work, who's like always off around the world. So he's never ever seen by anybody. Like it was like the greatest lie ever, until one day their bluff got called. So what they end up doing is they run into John Cena in Atlantic City, who's like this a down and out actor, who's like the way what he's doing like sideshows, Like he does a whole bunch of songs about jerking off. And let me say they're creative.
Okay.
Like they're creative as hell, dude. So they're like, hey, John, they're like, hey, can you play this character Ricky Stenicki? So they give him the Bible and they're like, read all this. You're gonna be this character for like a weekend. So he's like, all right, I can do this. So he shows up and he is Ricky Stenicki. Like everybody's like, oh, this guy's real. Ricky Stenicki's real. This guy's for real. So everybody's like loving the fact that Ricky Stenicki's here. He's a fun-loving guy. It's John Cena being silly. And then it gets even worse because now they're like, oh, he has to stay. And, they're like, well, this slide is just going to get even bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's one hilarious movie because, one, John Cena just being silly as hell is always great. Zac Efron. Dude, why does this dude look so great, man? Like, I'm sick of Zac Efron looking just awesome. I'm like, dude, stop it, man. Just stop looking awesome and stop being funny and awesome in movies. Like, you're making it like everybody else look bad. Like, I will pick Zac Efron over Ryan Gosling right now.
Well, duh. And there's only one I'd pick over Zac Efron.
Who's that?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Reynolds, Zach, and then Ryan. And then so Andrew Santino is also in it, who's the second guy. And those two, Andrew and Zac Efron, are bouncing off each other. Dude, I love it for the fact that those two, like Andrew Santino is like, he's one of those guys that if you haven't seen him in nothing, this is a great introduction to him. Like if you didn't see him in Dave or you haven't really seen him in some other stuff, this is a great introduction to Andrew Santino in his comedy, and it's pretty funny. He's really funny. And of course, they have one of the legendary actors in it, and it kind of threw me off. William H. Macy. Like, I love the fact that this man would randomly pop up in a movie, and you'd be like, what's he doing here? So his character, he's like the boss for Zac Efron and Andrew. And John Cena points out to him that he's a double air donger. And what he means by that is like he'll take his hands, like he'll make a fist with his hands while he's talking, and he'll be shaking them in the air.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Like he's like, I'm a double air donger? Why haven't anybody told me this? What is going on? And it's like, well, we just thought you was super enthusiastic. He's like, yeah, enthusiastic for some dong.
Oh my God.
So this is just another reason to watch this movie because John Cena, hilarious. The premise is great because a lie that they built and created, and John Cena is trying to live this lie and make it come to life is awesome. Zac Efron, Andrew Santino, funny. William H. Macy randomly popping out of nowhere. Another reason that is great. So, and then there was even a random ass pop up by Jeffrey Ross, who is straight bald, and it's like it was weird seeing him. But his role was supposed to be like a stand up comedian. He was a rabbi that does comedy, and it's so random and funny at the same time. So yeah, I would highly recommend watching Ricky Stenicki.
All right, it's getting put on the list. As long as, I swear to God, though, what ad pops up, I'm done. I can't watch a movie with ads, bro. Like, at least with, like, a show, it's kind of like, it just feels like regular, TV. But if it's a movie and you throw an ad on me in a movie, nah, you're done. You're out of here, bro.
Hopefully I can't. I'm not the person to ask if there's any ads in it or not because I watched it on my computer. So I didn't get any ads when I watched it. I didn't get no ads at the beginning or at the end. So,
I tried to watch some Prime Video on my PC the other day, and somehow it got around my ad blocker.
We'll take this discussion offline.
Oh, I mean, I don't have ad blocker. I watch all the ads.
We support these TV shows. We enjoy watching ads. Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Jay, are you ready?
Oh, you know I'm ready.
All right. So this is our favorite segment of the show. The one thing we always look forward to. I know the one thing that you all look forward to is how strong is your legacy. And this is where we're talking about where we take an actor or actress and we go through and see how strong their legacy is after all the movies, all the TV shows, and even a little bit of music, but we try not to add music. We see how great of an actor or actress that they really are. Now, there are 5 categories. We got the Meryl Streep level. That's the A+ level. The overall number 1, there's no doubt about it. They're one of the greatest actor or actresses in the world. No doubts. Then you got the Nick Cage level, our second level. This is random roles. You got to see it just because it's so crazy. Like, the character that person being in this movie drives you out of curiosity and you know that you're in for a great time. Then you got the Jason Bateman level. Middle of the road, bland. You know what you're going to get. You see him, you're like, yeah.
I'm not going to lie. You know how we talk about this all the time. Mm-hmm. I wonder if Jason Bateman's going to be like, I heard you two motherfuckers. Now it's time to brawl. like, is he just going to show up one day and we going to have to fight Jason Bateman?
I hate to say this. I think we could take Jason Bateman.
Oh my God.
There's a good chance we could take Jason Bateman. Like, yeah, there's a good chance we could take Jason Bateman. But that's for another story. And then our next level is Adam Sandler. Now, Adam Sandler level is one of those guys. They're one of those guys that you love watching, but you just don't want people to know. Now, you know what I'm talking about with Adam Sandler. Like, Netflix gave him a lot of money for a reason. Like, people sit at home and watch Adam Sandler movies, but they don't want to do it out in public. So, and then our last level, I hate to say this, but I got to say it. And I apologize for saying the name. The last level is Jamie Kennedy level, which is terrible.
You ain't sorry.
I want to say Jamie Kennedy acting, not his comedy, not his podcast. Jamie Kennedy's a great podcaster. He's got good stand-up, but his acting was terrible. So I know Jamie. I'm never coming to LA, so you ain't got to meet me on the tarmac. Just understand that. I'm not coming to your spot, okay? I don't think I could take Jamie Kennedy. Like, Jason Bateman, I could probably take, but Jamie Kennedy, I don't think I could take.
Wow. We are not making any friends in Hollywood, bro.
What are you talking about? We are connected with studio heads because our podcasts are heard by all the assistants of studio heads throughout Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. So, that's how I got that one terrible show canceled. What was it? Real something or other?
American Housewives, that should have never been canceled.
No, it should have. It was terrible.
It should have not. You're a terrible person.
I'm glad it was canceled.
Distracted.
And I don't feel bad about it.
All right. So, who legacy are we looking at today?
My actor's legacy is super strong. Like, super, super strong. Okay. He has been in 148 movies.
Okay,
that's right.
Okay. A lot of work put in. Okay.
Starting in 1980.
All right, starting in the 80s.
So before we were born, this man was acting and killing it.
Okay.
My actor today is the man, the myth, the legend, the only good white dude that looks good bald, Bruce Willis.
Okay. All right, Bruce Willis. Okay, so where do you see Bruce Willis? Where do you see
Nick Cage all day.
Nick Cage, huh?
Yeah, like, and please, folks, do not get it twisted. The Nick Cage level is a very, very close second to Meryl Streep.
Yes, I agree. Like, that's why we have him ranked second. Like, Nick Cage level, I mean, you're still great. Like, you're just going because you like, his movies may not be blockbusters, but I want to see what it is because his name is attached, and I want to see this. So, Bruce Willis, Nick Cage level. Okay, all right, okay. Go ahead and explain. Make your case there, sir.
He has done every type of acting imaginable. He's had your serious movies. He's had your comedies. He's fought in World War II and in space. I mean, come on. That's one of my favorite movies of all time, The Fifth Element. He saved the Earth from an asteroid. Armageddon.
I think this man saved the Earth multiple times, come to think about it.
Oh, yeah. Save the Earth in Fifth Element.
Yeah.
He was in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
And comedy, Loaded Weapon 1. The man is a well-rounded threat. His health is not so great these days, and our hearts go out to him and his family.
Yeah.
But the man's an amazing actor. He was in Rugrats Go Wild, Charlie's Angels, The Whole 10 Yards, Ocean's 12. Like, you name it, he's done it. He was so good in Sin City. Jesus.
Then she ain't talking about his early stuff, though. Like, that's where he really blew up. Like, that's what people...
I said Pulp Fiction, too. Die Hard? Are you kidding me? Oh, John, go to the Christmas party. Have a few laughs. Yeah, I remember watching him when he had hair.
Well, let's not sleep on Moonlighting, which is currently on Hulu right now. Like, what he did...
I gotta get back to Hulu, because, yeah. But anyways.
Like his TV stuff. Like, he did TV shows. Like, what about Look Who's Talking when he was the baby in Look Who's Talking?
No. Okay, so I kind of want to put that one in the nostalgia box because I really don't want to go back and watch it again. So I'm gonna remember it as amazing. Okay.
It was a good, but those two were good movies. Look Who Talking 2. Like, the first one was Bruce Willis. The second one was him and Christy Alley. So, The Last Boy Scout. Okay, I
said
can
The
see
Last
it,
Boy
like,
Scout.
Huh?
I said that one. That's
That
one of my favorite movies.
I didn't remember hearing you say that. Yeah, Last Boy Scout. Of course, Death Becomes Her. Dude, Death Becomes...
I mean, come on. It was Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans. It was one of the few movies that I've seen Damon Wayans in where it wasn't a comedy.
Yeah. Like, I think Death Becomes Her is my favorite Bruce Lee. Not Bruce Lee. Bruce Willis movie. TV show or movie. I think Death Becomes Her is like my favorite of him in that one. North was great. Him and Elijah
I said
Wood.
For me, Fifth Element. Absolutely love The Fifth Element. One of my favorite movies of all time. Like, if you come to my house and you're like, hey, you want to watch The Fifth Element? I'm like, duh.
Bro, you know what? Yeah, dude. Like, you know what? Looking at this, I can see that. Bruno the Kid. Yeah, he had his own cartoon.
Mm-hmm. He has the star power. If you see Bruce Willis is going to be in something, you're like, man, I got to go see that.
And even when his name is not on there, he still pops up. 4 Rooms.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4 Rooms is a really, really good movie. Like, back from 95. If you ever have the opportunity to watch this movie, do. Because I wish they would remake that movie like once every... I would say like once every 5 to 10 years, because the premise of it is so amazing, and just watching like the creativity of directors and the actors just pop up in this one random show, in this one random movie. I would recommend if you can get your hands on 4 Rooms, watch it. Bruno the Kid, the Jackal. He was getting Armageddon. I really loved him in Armageddon. Fifth Element.
I mean, he was even in a music video.
Didn't he have his own song?
Yeah, respect yourself. It was Bruno.
The whole 9 yards, the whole 10 yards. Rugrats, Charlie Angels. Ocean's 12.
Yeah, he's been in so many movies, and he's been in TV. He's literally the whole package. He's done everything.
Dude, 16 Blocks was really good. Oh, dude, 16 Blocks. Yeah. 16 Blocks was so fucking good, dude. Planet Terror was really good. I didn't like that Live Free or Die Hard. Like, wasn't too fond of that one. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that I think that was like my least favorite of the Die Hard movies.
Really?
Yeah,
I love them all.
yeah, the Live Free and Die Hard, I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that one. Cop Out. I have mixed emotion on that one
Why?
because it's a Kevin Smith movie with Bruce Willis, and you know the backstory that those two do not like each other,
Oh yeah.
and they blame each other for why that movie was bad. So that's why I have mixed emotions on that movie. Like,
Okay, that's fair.
yeah, it's like I want to be like, oh man, that's like it's great and all that, and it's like, oh, but you know, you can kind of see like Bruce was just there. He's like, oh, what the f- did I get myself into? Well, I guess I got to carry this movie, and I got to deal with these two schmucks, you know. Mm. Oh yeah, he was in the Expandables. He popped up in the Expandables a couple times.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, he was. I will say this: he was primarily an action star.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and the Expendables is basically just, hey, let's get every action star ever and put him in here.
Which is a great idea,
It is, and the fact that nobody thought of it sooner kind of kills me.
right? Oh, yeah. You know what? Do we really want to? I don't know, man. Like every time I'm looking through this list, man, I'm like, yeah, he's in random stuff, but he's been awesome in like a lot of stuff, man. Moonrise Kingdom, what's his name? The Anderson movie. Did you ever see that one?
Which one?
Moonrise, Moonrise Kingdom, the Wes Anderson movie.
No, I don't think I saw that one.
Dude, so he's like this police. He's like the policeman on this island,
Mm-hmm.
and like this one orphan kid runs away from the troops that he's like living with, and it's up to Bruce Willis to like hunt him down and bring him back. And even Bruce Willis, he's not even that long. He's not even in that movie for that long, and he still made an impact, especially when Bill Murray's like throwing shoes at him. It's like, what the? Like, yeah, dude, yeah, Moonrise Kingdom. Bruce Willis in Moonrise Kingdom was really good, dude. Like,
But
oh man,
he was in Unbreakable and Split. Like, he did superhero. He's done it all, bro. If anything, we should elevate him to the Meryl Streep level.
that's what I'm sitting there thinking. Like, I was trying to come up with a reason to put him in that category. Like, oh man, we sitting there. Red 2. I don't know. I gotta duck points for the GI Joe Retaliation.
Hey, he still did wonderful. You can't knock the man for the whole movie when he was only in it for a few minutes.
Even if it was a few minutes, I think maybe 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, he wasn't in there for long, but he was in it.
Glass. He was in Glass. Oh, I didn't even know he popped up in the Orville. Apparently, he was a voice. And then Kill Hard. And then, like, the 2019, 2010s, that's, I think, where his health really started to decline.
You mean 2019, 2020?
Yeah. Right.
But, yeah, no, like I said, if anything, He might even be Mel. I think, you know what? No, I'm going to retract my previous. I'm putting firm in Meryl Streep.
Firm.
He is one of the greatest actors of our time.
And I think you have a good case. If you take everything out from 2019 onward, if you sit and say 2019 does not exist in his, on there, I don't think that, besides Cop Out, I can't, and G.I. Joe Retaliation, I can't really think of any.
Wait, you think Meryl Streep has had nothing but bangers?
I mean, have we been able to find a terrible movie that she's been in?
Probably, if we look hard enough.
Like, let's be real. Like, everything he has been in has been pretty good. Like, he's been pretty good. Let's rephrase that. I'm gonna rephrase that. He's been pretty good. No, I can't sit there and say that all the movies and stuff and movies and TV shows were bangers. He's been pretty good. So, I mean,
all I'm saying is
he's diverse.
He's done it all. He's amazing.
Like, I can't really knock him down. I can. Besides the 2019s and onwards, I can't really come up with an argument of keeping him out of Meryl Streep. Like, I know.
Let's see. What are you talking about? He did Glass in 2019, which was amazing. Lego Movie. Like, there's still good stuff in there.
It's just, yeah, and then all the rest of those movies are straight to Redbox movies.
Redbox is still a thing.
Yeah, they really are still a thing, and that's why That's why we need to keep it a thing so we can have our B movie nights.
God, I miss those. We need to do that again.
Now that Redbox is all like, hey, you can watch movies online. Like, whoa, I can watch movies online? Okay, we might have something going on here. So, I'm a supporter of Redbox. Okay, let's keep Redbox around.
So, final verdict. Come on. Come on.
I cannot argue against you on this.
Meryl Streep. Go ahead, set it in stone. Say it out loud.
You got me on this one, man. I can't knock him down. Like, I can't. Seeing Bruce Willis, or even hearing Bruce Willis, he captivates you. He gets your attention. He makes you laugh with his comedy. He's a great action star. He has that look of a badass. I mean, hell, he was a badass in that music video with the Gorillaz, Stylo.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
because it's like Bruce Willis shows up and you're like, holy shit, why am I more invested in this music video all of a sudden?
Right? And it's something like blatantly not supposed to be a Bruce Willis vehicle. Like, oh, he's not even on the top billing and he just pops up and you're like, what's he doing here? And he's either being funny or he's being a badass. And it's like, oh, snap, I was not expecting that. Even if he's in there for like 2-3 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I think he is. I agree. He is a Meryl Streep level actor.
There it is. Boom. My record remains untarnished. I know how to pick actors and actresses, unlike some people around here.
Hey. I don't go the safe route here.
I didn't go the safe route. I pick great and amazing actors and actresses.
You just went the safe route. You just went and got a blanket.
Are you kidding me? My first one was Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman was a good one, though. I mean, when you start looking at it, you're like, yeah. Gary Oldman was the example of looking at an actor's legacy and realizing how great somebody really is.
Mm-hmm. For all you know, I might be Gary Oldman.
Our engineer might be Gary Oldman.
When the fuck did we get an engineer?
See, he just popped up and just started doing that stuff. I was shout out to Gary Oldman. He's just awesome. But yeah, I'm with you on that one. Bruce Willis, Meryl Streep level actor. And let's put that to the poll. So if you're our fellow listeners, if you're listening on Spotify, we got a little poll on there. You can tell us what you think. What level should Bruce Willis be at? So until then, thank you everyone. Jay, you got anything you want to say before we roll out?
No, sir. On that bombshell, roll the music.
All right. We'll see you next time.